In JavaScript, when you try to compare variables or values, the comparison will follow certain rules. So let's see some examples. Will this return true? The first one is the number 15, and the second one is the string 15. It returns true. Let's try to compare the same values but using triple equal operators. This returns false. That's because the double equal operator converts one of these variables, then tries to check if they have the same value. In our example, one of these values have been converted, then JavaScript compares the value. After being converted, both have the same type and the same value, so it returns true. But with the triple equal operator, if the JavaScript engine sees that they don't have the same type, it will return immediately false. So this is something that you need to be aware of, the double equal operator and the triple equal operator. Now let's try to compare undefined with null. This will return true. But if we compare undefined against null with the triple equal operator, this will return false. Now here is something really weird. Is the new object equal to the new object? It returns false. That's because the JavaScript engine is following certain rules before it returns true or false. When we compare values using the double equal operator, JavaScript will try to convert our variables and make them have the same type, then it compares the value. And also, if the variables you are comparing are primitives, we will compare the value. But if the variable you are comparing are not primitives, JavaScript engine will compare their reference. It will see if they are sitting on the same spot in memory. Here if we compare 5, 5, JavaScript does not see if these two values have the same spot in memory. These two are primitives, so JavaScript compares their value. Of course, if they had a different type, JavaScript would try to convert one of them, then compare the value. But now when you try to compare values or variables that are not primitives, like objects or arrays, the JavaScript will see if they have the same pointer, if they are having the same spot in memory. That's why the new array with the new array returns false. The new object with the new object returns false. But now if we first create an object, then here we assign that object to another variable. Let's console log object 1, then let's console log object 2. And here if I assign a new property to object 1, you can see that both variables are having the same value. That's because both are pointing to the same spot in memory. These two variables are actually the same. And now if you compare them, it returns true. But now if you assign to each one a new object, these two objects are not having the same spot in memory. Each object has its own. And now the comparison returns false. So the rule for primitive values in JavaScript, they are compared by values. But if they are not primitives like arrays or objects, they are compared by reference.